Hi, my name is Holly Lynch Fritz. I am National Business Development Manager for Thomson Reuters Law School. Today I'm so excited to introduce you to some of our new offerings for fall of 2022. These offerings are really special because they are all inspired by faculty feedback or student feedback or law librarian feedback. And about a year ago, we really started going in depth with what the needs of students were. What has shifted? What does a classroom look like now? What are the missing pieces? What could we create or what could we put better together to meet the needs of students? And with all of that in mind, we've created these different offerings and some updates and some different changes. And I'm so excited to walk you through all of them today. The cherry on top of all of this is that so many of these were actually made with collaboration as well. So we have some exercises that were actually created by faculty, and they're going to be of great use to students. And I'm just so excited to show all of these to you. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on LinkedIn or email me or reach out to your account manager. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and introduce you to all of these. Take care.
Just to get started, we're going to go ahead and go to the faculty resource page. So if you've been following along on updates the last year or so, we launched the Faculty Resource Center last year as a place for faculty to come to for training materials, classroom resources, thought leadership pieces, updates, and perspectives, the Law School Journal. But we can take a look here. It's right on your homepage for lawschool.tr.com. We can go right to faculty resources. And it's a great place, really, again, just to find these updates, what's coming soon, what's new this year, some teaching materials, and everything you could kind of need all in one place. Again, this page was launched again just because of faculty feedback. It was something that people had needed, so we created it, and it's been really well received. But we're going to use this just to kind of get into a look at what we're launching right now. The first thing is going to be these Blue Book and Allwood guided exercises. This is a huge request fulfilled. We heard this a lot from faculty, a lot from students, and it was just something that we really had a need for. We did not have citation pieces previously, and these guided exercises are going to really make a big difference. What's really cool about these is they're not crafted by us. We are not citations experts. So we worked with some faculty and librarians at top 50 law schools, and they crafted with us some great guided exercises for students. They walk students through Allwood, Blue Book citations, Green Book citations style for Texas, and really do a great job to make sure that students are up to snuff with their citation skills. So if we go into one of these, we have California, Texas, and New York. And again, if you're not in these states, don't let this stop you. They're still amazing practice for students. But we can go ahead. They're going to be just like the guided exercises that we love that launched last year. They're going to have your description, your learning outcomes, and some teaching notes. The teaching guide is going to have all of the answers, explanations. Again, what makes this really great is you could use this in a variety of ways. I think this would be great for a teaching assistant. If you have a big group of adjunct faculty, these would be amazing for them to be able to use, especially with those explanations. And student and faculty can update these for students. So you actually can edit the version and download it for student consumption. But it also, you can guide students here if they just need a little bit of extra resource themselves. If you're a student and you sign in, you're not going to see the teacher documents. You'll just see the student documents. So they have a chance to get a little bit of practice here for their citations. Again, these are fully assignable through our On-Demand Learning Center and really easy to incorporate. So those are our citation guided exercises, and we're really excited to have those, and we're lucky to have some faculty create those with us. A nice pairing with that is our exclusive Write Law 1L track for 1L students called the 1L Toolkit. Now, this is going to be a really great expansion on our partnership with Joe Regalia and his team over at Write Law. These pieces are great for first semester students. They're focused on skills that they need right out of the gate. So writing, citations, client interview skills, note taking, and they're really going to be great to take a look at. So for example, we see citation foundations here, one of the great videos. Now what's really cool about these, again, you can assign them and think about how great this would be paired with the citation guided exercise assigned. Put some citation foundations, some writing pieces, and you're able to put that all in one class for students to consume and really learn the basics of writing before they even get into research. So a great piece there. and really allowing students to just excel and have a strong foundation. Next, and you might have already seen this kind of as a sneak peek on that Write Law slide that I just showed, but it's going to be a new playlist view. So this playlist view has been very requested again, and it's just a more intuitive way. So if you've used the On-Demand Learning Center before, when you create a class, a customizable class, when students go through it, they kind of jump in between certification to certification. And there was some feedback that this was a little bit confusing to students. So what we went ahead and did is created a playlist view. So when students go into their class, they'll see this. But when they go into any of the assignments, you're going to see a customized list now. So you'll see that this combines some Westlaw pieces along with some Write Law pieces, puts them all in one class, but you're able to access it without having to jump back and forth between the different certifications. The other really cool thing is this is going to check off when you've finished, and it's going to highlight the current one that you're working on. It's going to be sortable and auto-sorted based on how you sort your class. So it's going to completely flow through and create a really intuitive and customizable experience for what your class is going to be. Again, it takes out that confusion that students have previously had. And again, you're not going in and out of certifications. You're able to see what you're working on, you're able to see what you've completed, and you're able to go seamlessly from certification to certification. So we are very excited about that and excited to see what people think about this. The next thing is going to be our bi-weekly national webinar series. Now, we did this in the spring and it was very well received, so we wanted to make sure to do it again in the fall. We took some feedback and made a few changes to it. And one thing was just to have more offerings across different time zones. So you'll notice for each of these webinars, we have 3 different times set up, and we hope that those are, able to really serve students in a great way. This page is going to be really nice though, because it's going to be under our Student Resources tab, which is another addition that we have added to make sure that students, like faculty resources, have all of the resources they need in one place. And students are going to be able to find that under events and webinars. But this page is going to really let students have access to live training, and then afterwards have access to the recordings. So students can sign up for whatever they see, and this is going to follow a typical training schedule. So you're going to see outlining Westlaw 101, closed universe, open universe, and then things you may have missed. You're also able to download a schedule, so a really nice piece to maybe add to your syllabus. So we've talked a little bit about the Student Resource tab, and I want to point that out again. This was made as a change to make the student experience a little more intuitive and for them to have one place that they can come to for all of the great resources we have on lawschool.tr. So one piece that I want to point out that's a new piece that we're launching is going to be the closed memo page and the open memo page. We built the brief page last spring as a kind of test of this, and it was, again, really well received. Students loved it, and it really felt that it was a additive piece to the research they were doing and kind of to the training they were getting. So we've had a closed memo page and an open memo page. If we take a look at the open memo page, you're going to be able to see that it really walks you through step by step of how you would start researching for an open memo. We formatted it based on the typical IRAC format. So you're going to have issue, rule, and analysis, understanding your issue, finding your rules in a pinnacle case. So kind of finding things like how to find smart search terms, and they're able to really pin and go through this. Cool thing about this is they have jump links, so you could copy any part of this and add it to your class, but they're mixed. So you have videos, you have PDFs that students can download. This is a PDF about folders. So this is a great place to guide students, but also a really great place to pull class materials. Or if you're a librarian, to give some of your maybe adjunct faculty for some resources there as well. So again, those are some of the great resources that we've put together over the last few months. Please let us know if you have any feedback, and we are so happy to see how these are used and how they help your students and really make a difference. So thank you so much.